There were other summers, but they were just the hot, hot heat. Not the intoxicated adventures, just the gunshots and the cars backfire. The kind of heat gets you so sad you can feel it in your teeth. Your teeth fell out and sunk all skip stone to the bottom of your knotted guts. My throat gave up its ghost and went all shred, all knees in the gravel. Yeah, it was all spooky action at a distance of 680-odd miles on I-80. We were bad teeth and tummy aches, swollen tonsils and crotch rot. Our huge fucking hearts were nauseous, whether together or apart, but near sick was better than so far away. When you were so far from the city, my heart got such a big lonesome in it, I tried to shove things in it to fill up like reverse dumpster diving. I tried to fill it with protest and polka dots, freckles and root beer floats, salted slices of watermelon, Twizzlers melting on the sidewalks of Wicker Park. I tried sundresses that showed my cleavage, tried licking the salt from other lovers' skin. I stayed up drinking in 4 a.m. bars, telling strangers of my sorrows. Yeah, I even went to shows sometimes, but without you, the music bored me to death. And I ran from city to city. Without you, my city just wasn't right. Like I needed 2 a.m. donuts and a sandy beach, but all I got was this lousy day drunk. Sometimes I got day drunk and woozy from beer and heat. I hallucinated your yellow hair and swagger, but it wasn't ever you. It's summer in the city, and you're so long gone from the city, and I, with my squished tomato of a sick-as-fuck heart, I start to miss you, baby. Sometimes. In the mirror, the spitting image of every bad girl reflects back at her. She applies eyeliner with the edge of a knife so it's sharp enough to slice to the quick. Slicks too much lipstick, coffee brown, violet purple, wound red, on her lips. Some gets on her teeth. She rubs them with the edge of a nicotine finger and spits a drop of poison into the sink. That's her picture there in my wallet. The rakish tilt of her fedora is anything but nice, guys. She catches the lost boys with her fishnets, kisses them and tattoos tears in their eyes, tosses them back, then tosses back a shot or 5 of whiskey. She's a haunted barroom, a heel broken in the sidewalk's cracks. She's the jasmine funk of New Orleans and the wonder wheel rising above the sea. How I miss my baby so, but I'm so far away from the city and she's out there, breaking the drugstore heart of another tin can sailor. She's in a cabaret, torching songs with a voice that sounds like a pack of Lucky Strikes soaked in a vat of vanilla bourbon, sprinkled with shattered glass. Such a crumbling cookie, such a splotch of grease paint, a fingerprint smeared on the gloss of a black and white photo booth strip. She's a strip club angel with a heart of rust, and I'm the sucker who fell and fell and fell in love. She loved me back for a month of midnights. I gave her my postage stamps, bought her red shoes, played her sad tunes on drunken pianos. She wore a dress and a tie and a cheetah coat, and I steam-engined my best rumpled suit. She took me out to Chinatown, silhouetted herself beneath the neon signs. When the streetlights looked like the stars in my eyes, that moon she'd nearly disappeared. She gave me a black scarf to remember her by. It turned into a raven, took squawking to the sky. She stood by the window of the last train out of Burma Shave, and as it whistled away, I watched her. I watched her as she waved. Goodbye. An unambiguous route to the center and back, so it's not the same as being map lost. I can pinpoint my place, tie a red string from one pushpin to the other, but then it's back to the start again. Not a maze, but a broken record. Evokes metaphor, sacred geometry, spiritual pilgrimage. I could take a ride and just sit watching the cabs depart and arrive, waiting in line for the night in those October corridors of wind and ghosts. sacred geometry of railroad station bars and tattooed strangers crying into their old style about the one that got away. A torturous anatomical structure, vena cava as labyrinthine whorls, more like the inner ear as it listens to its own blood's mourning folklore. As a tiny devil, a minotaur in miniature, some horned fucker who's not map lost but can't get out, loathes that he will devour you so's he's not alone. In the labyrinth of labyrinths, I thought of faces reflected in vacant storefronts and fingering words into the dirt. Diablo. I thought of the railroad apartment full of candles, brief flash of starlight as I howled by, going home. Or home. Many come in times of grief and sorrow. Many share a bottle of night train with their devils. Contemplate throwing themselves like pennies onto the tracks. I should have drunk a Thunderbird instead. Behind that simple name lies a convoluted history. A history of nights spent sitting in my best friend's kitchen, listening to the trains pull out of the station, wishing I were on one, going home. A history in reverse, of wanting to leave the city and go home to stand like a candle beneath my best friend's window, a vigil of one, a never-home howl, flicker, melt. A woman was struck by an electric district train at the station in South Suburban Hazelcrest. The legend says the thread was golden. Why do I remember it red? The Operation Lifesaver program is used to help spread safety messages. Do not third rail yourself. Do not arc your body into electric light. Do not visit the district of howling ghosts, the district of stars and candles, the district of October taxi cabs. When you meet a devil at the crossroads, hand over your bottle of bum wine and your broken record and be on your way. Take photos of evening platforms and post them on social media. Photos of vacant lots and cracked backyards in the flickering starlight. Photos of bodies riddled with gold gunshots, bleeding red graffiti scrawls. Very top secret. Kids like us will be alone forever. Solo vigils. Old-style ghosts. Police recovered a backpack on the train platform which contained a suicide note. The thread is red because the Minotaur yanked an artery right out of my body. Gold blood rusted railroad red. My Minotaur myself. It is the thread that binds me here. The devil's no different. All those blues singers met themselves at the crossroads, swallowed their own souls in exchange for a night train and a little gold, a little starlight game. All horned beasts, just us. Forever alone, pacing loops, our hooves wearing deep tracks into record grooves. Not map lost, but stuck here just the same.